Hey guys, Logan here. This past weekend I got top 64 at the NAWCQ with Snake Eye Fiendsmith. Before I hop into the deck profile, quick shout out to my friends Eric, Evan, and Thomas for helping me get all of the cards for this event. I couldn't have done it without them. Shout out Dan for helping me test, and shout out my team Card Shark. Getting into the profile, we played just the standard Snake Eye lineup: 3 Ash, 2 Pop, 1 Diabellstar, 1 Flamebird, Oak, and the 2 spells. It was nice after the Fiendsmith cards got added that we could cut down on 1 Flamebird, so you just don't draw it as often. You don't need the second one anymore to play around to nib, so we just cut that. Played 3 Bonfire, 3 Witch, 3 Wanted, and 1 for 1. I guess 1 for 1 is the only thing that some people might have cut here, but it's just like another push that isn't tied to your typical like tempo cards, and it was just super good for me all weekend. Fiendsmith played 3 Engraver, 1 Tract, 1 Lurie. Have to max out on the Engraver because it's just a crazy extender, and a lot more people were maining Bestials for this event, so 3 actually did come up a lot. I'd usually side out one of these going second though. For hand traps, we played 19 hand traps to make it 44 cards. Played Nib, Imperm, Veiler, Ash, Droll, 2 Mourners, and 2 Bestials. The Bestials were really crazy for this event, both against the mirror match and against Bell. I honestly think I should have played a couple more of them. Droll was probably the worst hand trap out of all of these this event. It just conflicted with Molt Charming at times, and also your opponent could combo through it if they had a decent enough hand. So going forward, these might be switched to more Bestials or Ghost Ogre, something along that lines. For the side deck, played 3 Molt Charming Perulia. This card was just crazy every time I resolved it. Draws like 2 to 3 against pretty much every single matchup. Just makes it a lot easier to break the opponent's board. Played 2 Dark Ruler. This was mainly just for the Bell matchup because their board is just game. And if you can draw this, you can hold your hand traps, not play into talents, and typically your engine is enough to beat just like the Rage or something that they set up through Dark Ruler. Also played, for going first, 3 Crossout, 3 Skill Drain, and 1 Black Goat. Black Goat was to send off of Beatrice going first. It was really solid. You could do this in addition to Desiree because we were playing NAWCQ, and if you wanted to just go for Beatrice line and play safer into Nib, this made your board a lot stronger. These 6 were just god cards. Pretty much every time you saw them going first, you were winning the game. Then for the last 3 side deck cards, I decided to side extra deck cards. Played 1 NAWCQ, 1 M7, and 1 Dark Charmer. I couldn't really find room for any of these in the extra deck, but I wanted to play them. Dark was just really good going second against Bell and the mirror match. And M7 and NAWCQ, the theory is you side these in going first, and now just any 2 random bodies that you have through hand traps turn into Fiendsmith combo, with you adding back the Fiendsmith off of Constellar and then discarding it for Tract. They didn't come up a lot for me, but the couple times they did, they just straight won me the match. So they were pretty good in my opinion. For the extra deck, finally played 1 Anima. This is necessary for when you get drolled and you have to combo turn 1 through it, and also just baiting Appaloozas on people's end boards. Nightmare Phoenix, I like this card a lot. You kind of just want a way to force out random back row that your opponent has, like Imperm, Droplet, or just deal with like problem floodgates like D-Fissure, post side. I would have lost a couple games had I been playing like NAWCQ in the main over this. It was really good overall. Kita, SP, IP, not much to say about these. Link 3 is just Celine and Princess. Celine was super good, definitely can't cut it. I played Appaloosa, obviously, and then Access Code. I was debating whether to play Access Code or NAWCQ in the main deck, but I just felt like Access Code was a lot better into the rogue matchups and going second. And there were multiple games where people weren't anticipating me to have any OTK cards in my extra deck, so they interacted with my princess instead of my Sequentia, and then I was able to make this once the princess was negated and punish them. Finally, for the Fiendsmith cards, 1 Requiem, 1 Moon, 1 Sequence, 1 Beatrice. This card's crazy. It just helps you play through like multiple hand traps. Once you get 2 bodies, you just do this, dump usually original, and just keep extending. Played Lacrimosa, card's crazy, and then 1 Desiree. I wanted to play this in my main deck because it just made all of the 2-card combos so much stronger going first, and it would punish decks like Bell if they chose a board breaker approach instead of hand traps. Overall, I was pretty happy with the event and how it turned out. Got a little unfortunate in top 64, but aside from the Droll and Lockbird, I don't think I would change much about the deck. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good one, everyone.